I'm Bill from Accurate Firearms, and today I want to talk about red dot sights on handguns. It's becoming more and more of a trend, and a lot of people are doing it, even for concealed carry. So I want to talk about some of the advantages of doing so and some of the considerations you might want to take into account if you're considering putting a red dot sight on your handgun. Some of the advantages you get from mounting a red dot sight on your handgun is that you get faster sight acquisition. Since you don't have to line up a front and rear sight, you're just focusing on one dot. It takes a little training because it's a little different than what you're used to. Once you do, it is exponentially faster. Also, it gives you more peripheral vision, as in it's very easy to shoot with both eyes open. Also, a lot of shooters tend to improve their shooting with the red dot sight since they're no longer having to focus on aligning their sights as much, so they can focus more on their trigger and breath control. That leads to better marksmanship in general. Some of the other advantages are that they're very good for low light conditions. Some people with poor eyesight that have trouble seeing their iron sights find it a lot easier with a red dot sight. Some of the options on the market for red dot sights are probably the most popular is the Trijicon RMR. What I like about this one is that this is a dual illuminated setup where you have a fiber optic on the top here, and also tritium in the sight, which allows it to operate with no batteries, running off the fiber optic during daylight and then off the tritium at night. One of the disadvantages of that is that the brightness is not adjustable by the user; it adjusts based on lighting conditions. Another very popular model would be this Vortex Viper. I feel like this because of the cost. It's a little bit less expensive than some of the other ones. But still a good quality optic. And then another quality option here is this Romeo 1 that's mounted on this SIG P320. There are other options out there from Leopold, Burris, Bushnell, Doctor, a lot of other manufacturers that make those. Some of the things to consider when you're looking at a red dot sight for your handgun. One of them is the training that's going to take it. Because like I said, it does take a little time to get used to shooting with those if you're used to shooting with your standard iron sights. And so just want to practice before you start concealed carrying a gun with a red dot sight on it. Also, another thing to take into account is cost. They can be rather expensive, and sometimes your handgun's going to have to need some modifications to be able to mount them. So that's one of the things to take into account. Also, you want to take into account in wet weather, if your optic were to get a lot of water on the lens, it may be difficult to see through. As well as the fact that the battery, it being an electronic device, batteries can die. That's one of the things that's nice about the Trijicon here is that there is no batteries. But like I said, there are disadvantages to that too. A big thing to take into account for concealed carriers, though, is your holster options. Putting the red dot on there will cause some holsters to not fit anymore. Most will be fine if it's open top holster, as that the red dot sight is located behind the ejection port, and most holsters don't come up that high. But some holsters that you may have may no longer be useful once you mount a red dot on there. There's lots of options when it comes to mounting a red dot sight in your handgun. First option would be to have your slide milled to accept the red dot sight, which has the advantage of keeping your iron sights, so you can install raised iron sights that will allow you to co-witness through your red dot. So in case your red dot did become damaged or the battery were to die, you'd still be able to use your iron sights without having to remove the red dot. The disadvantage of this is that you're irreversibly modifying the handgun when you have the slide milled like that. And depending on how you have it done, you may make it so that it's only going to work with that one red dot sight manufacturer, so other red dots may not fit it, so you don't have the option to change. Another option is the dovetail mount. This mount here is from Leopold. And basically the way this works is you remove the iron sight on the handgun, and it fits into the dovetail there where that normally fits. The advantage of that is that it's completely reversible if you were to change your mind, go back to the stock configuration. The disadvantage, though, is that you are losing your rear iron sights. So so the option to co-witness with your red dot is no longer an option. Also an option are many manufacturers are designing models that come already from the factory ready to accept red dot sights. An example would be this Glock here, which is their MOS configuration. As you can see, the slide has been milled, and this plate can be removed. And it comes with adapter plates to mount many manufacturers of red dot sights. And the third option is the many manufacturers are also offering these guns with the sights already mounted from the factory. Best example of that is this SIG P320RX. Really great gun with a really great optic. Comes right from the factory at a good price. So if you have any other questions, you can stop by and see us or give us a call. Have a good day.